Okay, so today we are going to be working on something called irregular verbs. And if you couldn't already tell, yup, those are verbs that are irregular in the yo form. Now, this is something that many of you got a taste of last year in Spanish 1. You may have done one or two of these, but I'm going to introduce you to a few more, many of which you hopefully already know the meanings to because you had a quiz on this, and we'll go from there. So, here we go. Okay, now I like to call these the go verbs because these are, the irregularity is that they all end in, you guessed it, in go. So I kind of put a little, I don't know, in my mind they sound like a bunch of action heroes. They sound like superheroes. It sounds like a superhero group. So we're going to call them the go verbs. So here's hacer and poner. These are two that you may have done last year. Hacer, as you know, means to do or to make. Hacer, you know, means to do or to make. So let's conjugate it, okay? The reason that we can't make this, we can't do this change, is because of the C here. I's and E's soften C's and G's. Remember that. I's and E's soften C's and G's. So for example, if I were to do a CE makes a say sound. CI sounds like C. CO sounds like co. And CU sounds like ku. And it's the same thing with the G's. GE sounds like hey. GI sounds like he. GO sounds like go. And GU sounds like goo. So the problem with this is if I do conjugate it normally, I can't say ako, so I have to change that to ago. And then it's right back to normal. Haces. As you can see, it makes the CE sound. CE, say, say. So that's fine. No problem there. The only problem was here with the yo form. So we change it from ako. We don't want to say aso. So we say hago, haces. And now we're back here. I'm going to go over to black for you guys. I think that'll make it easier. I apologize. Hace. Hacemos. It's just a regular ER verb after that. Haces. I'm not sure if you guys did the vosotros last year, but you should. Okay, and hacen. So again, hacer, because of the CE, I's and E's soften C's and G's, we change to hago, yo hago. And then haces, hace, etc. It's a regular ER verb. Okay, now let's try poner. Poner, do you remember what poner means? Remember, this is poner with an N, not poder, as in puedo ir al baño. It means to put or place, such as put that over there. You can also use this to say to set the table, como pongo la mesa. So, what is the dog from 101 Dalmatians called? His name is Pongo. Pongo is what we say. So the yo form is different. It's irregular. Then what kind of a verb is it? That's right. It's an ER verb. So pones, pone, ponemos, ponéis, and ponen. Okay. Let's scroll down. This one here is valer. Valer is kind of a cognate. Can you guys think of what it might sound like in English? It sounds like value, right? Value. So valer means to be worth or to value. Okay? That's valer. Valer, you'll hear a lot of Spanish speakers use when they say vale. It's kind of like an equivalent of okay. They use it quite often. They say vale, vale. So we're going to say, want to take a guess? It's going to be valgo, valgo, vales, vale. There's our vale, vale. It's a regular ER verb, valemos. Oops. Although you do value your mom, we're not going to say that. We're saying valemos. Say vales. And valen. Bueno. So those are the go verbs. Those are the ones that all end in go. So we have hacer with hago, poner with tengo. Okay. We have valer with valgo. And now we have some ones that are also irregular in the yo, but they don't necessarily end in go. Caber means to fit. Like these jeans don't fit anymore. So we're going to say, now this is a regular ER verb. Let's do the other ones first this time. We're going to say cabes, cabe, cabemos, cabéis, and caben. Now, you know the yo form is going to be irregular. I'm going to tell you this right now. You will never guess this in a million years. It's a crazy, crazy, crazy yo form, and this would make a great question on a quiz or a test to see if you guys are paying attention. In fact, maybe I'll give that to you next time. So, it's going to be capo. Capo. I know, don't ask me where it comes from, but it's capo. Well, the thing is, we can't say cabo because cabo means cape, as in like a geographic cape, you know, like Cape Cod. So that's why we can't say cabo. That's another word entirely. So it's capo. Ver, you know, is to see. Now, normally, this is why ver is irregular. You might not think it's irregular, but it is, and here's why. Because normally, when we conjugate a verb, what do? We take the ending off the ER and we add the endings. But then we get vo and ve and etc. And that is incorrect. We don't want to do that. So because we keep the E in ver and we say veo, which is going to I see. So when you want to say like, I see, you can say veo. We keep the E in it, and that's what makes it irregular. Vemos, veis, ven. Okay? Then, scrolling down, we have saber and conocer, and these both mean the same thing. Anybody know? Well, you should, because it's to know. They both mean to know. Well, Mr. Lucia, why are there two verbs for to know? Because they're different. Saber, when we use saber is to know like knowledge or facts. Like I know that George Washington was the first president. Conocer is to know as in people and to be familiar with as well. So like around places, around towns. So I would say conocer to say like, think like in the movie Elf where he says, Santa, I know him. When he says, lo conozco. That's that kind of know, like to know someone personally and to also be familiar with. Like if I said, oh, ¿conoces a Norte Kingstown? Do you know your way around North Kingstown? Are you familiar with it? That's when we use conocer. Saber is knowledge and facts, like sí, yo sé. Yes, I know that. So they're both to know, okay? So let's do the regular conjugations, and then I'll show you the irregular yo forms. Sabes. Sabe. Sabemos. Sabéis. And saben. Okay? Conocer. Conoces. Conoce. Conocemos. Conocéis, conocen. And now, with the yo form and saber, we change it to se. It's se. Don't forget the accent. It's very important that you remember the accent for the yo form and saber because it's going to mean something different. So, sé, yo sé. And that's a phrase that you guys should know a lot because you're always saying, oh, no sé, I don't know, no sé. Back to conocer. Remember what I had said earlier when we scrolled up? We said that I's and E's soften C's and G's. So, that being said, let's go back down. With saber and conocer, the problem is going to be that we're going to get conozco, and we don't want to say conozco. We're gonna, because that would change the sound of it. We want to keep that s sound. So you know it's an irregular in the yo form. So we're going to make it conozco. It's going to be conozco. So yo conozco. Okay, but over here with conoces and conocen, conocemos, it's all fine. It all sounds just great. Now, I like to call these yogo combo verbs, okay? Yogo combos because they have an irregular yo form. Some of them have a go, and they're also boot verbs or stem change verbs, which I'm going to get into more next class with you. So here we have traer and caer. Traer and caer are good ones to know together because they are exactly the same in their conjugation. Traer means to bring, in case you forgot, and caer means to fall, like to fall down. Okay? The yo form, you know, is going to be different. It's going to be traigo. Think like when you were a little kid and your mom or dad asked you do you have to go to the bathroom? And you say no, and they would say, well, traigo. These are the jokes, kids. Caigo. When you guys ask me to go to the bathroom in class and you say, caigo? No, you can't. Okay? So those are our yo forms. Those are our irregular yos. You'll notice it's a change over here because it changes from the AE to the AI. That's why there's a change there. And then there's the go. So traigo, caigo. Now, the rest of it is all normal. All normal. Okay? They're regular ER verbs. Okay? And I'll do those in black so that the yo form stands out. Traes. Trae. Traemos. Traes. And traen. How are you doing in Spanish? I'm trying. Caes, exactly the same. Cae. Caemos, we fall. Caemos por las escaleras. Caes and caen. Okay, so that's traer and caer. Group those together. Then we have decir. Decir, you should know very, very well because decir means to say or to tell. And I told you how to remember that. You just say, como se dice. If you can remember the phrase como se dice, you'll always remember that decir is to say or to tell. Do not get it mixed up with hablar. Okay? So the yo form is going to be digo. Digo. Okay? Yo digo. I tell. Yo digo la verdad. I tell the truth. And then dices. Dice. Decimos. Decís. And dicen. Now, you'll notice that this makes sort of a boot shape. Okay? We're going to get way more into this later, but these are called boot verbs or shoe verbs or stem change verbs, whatever you learned them as. And that's because we changed the E here, we changed it to an I, we changed the stem, but only, you'll notice, only on the ones that are inside the boot, inside the shoe. These two, the nosotros and vosotros, they get left out. They don't get to change. And the yo form also changes to a go. So it's digo, and dices, dice, decimos, decís, and dicen. Okay, here are a few more. Oír means to hear. It rhymes. Isn't that great? Oír, to hear. Okay? A couple things that are interesting about oír is that there's an accent here on the I. There's an accent here on the I in oír. Okay? And there's a lot of vowels going on there. Okay? So we're going to say oigo. Okay? Oigo is going to be the yo form. That's where it's going to be different. There's your go. Okay? That's why it's a yo-go combo. But it's going to be different in the stem too. Okay? We don't want to say, if we did this, right, and we said oyes, that's way too many vowels in a row. This is Spanish, not Hawaiian. We don't do that many vowels in a row. And I told you Y is never a vowel in Spanish, so we change the I to a Y. Remember that rule, okay? 3 vowels in a row. 3 vowels. Change I to Y. Change the I to a Y. That will come in handy later on, I promise. Okay? Oye. We're going to make that oye. Again, we changed the I to a Y. Okay? Oyen. And let's make our boo. This is kind of a preview of things to come. Let's make our boo. Okay? What do you think is going to happen here and here? That's right. It's not going to change. It's going to be oímos and oís. The important thing to note too, and I know I'm throwing a lot at you right now, the important thing to note too is that it retains that accent. It retains the accent mark from the oír. Okay? So we've got oigo, there's the go, there's our irregular yo, and then we couldn't have too many vowels in a row, so we changed the I to a Y, so oyes, oye, oímos, oís, oyen. Okay? A good way to remember this one too is oye is also a phrase you'll hear people use whenever they're trying to get someone's attention, and you'll hear them yell, oye. Okay? That's what you'll hear. Now, venir. Venir and tener are 2 more I want you to group together. Okay? 2 other ones. These are the last 2, I promise. 2 more I want you to group together because they have the exact same conjugation. Exactly the same. Venir means to come. And tener means to have. You know that, hopefully. I think you guys know the conjugation of tener. Again, these are boots. Okay? They're going to be boot verbs, and they're going to be irregular in the yo. Okay? So, we're going to say vengo and tengo. You've used this a million times before. Tengo 14 años. ¿Cuántos años tienes? Pues tengo 14 años. Okay? Vienes. Sometimes instead of saying de donde eres, people say de donde vienes, like where do you come from, rather than where are you from. Okay? Then we say viene. Venimos. It's outside the boot, so there's no change. Venís and vienen. Okay? Tengo, tienes, tiene, tienen. And let's do another, well, let's just keep it the same. Tenemos and tenéis. Again, let's note here, okay? Vengo, here's our irregular yo, tengo, vengo and tengo. Vienes, tienes, viene, tiene. I told you they're going to be the same, okay? Only the change, we changed the E to an IE and only inside the boot. E to IE, only inside the boot. Okay? Obviously the yo form is different because that's irregular. These guys are outside the boot, so they don't change. Okay? I will explain more of this in class. Hopefully you guys have some questions. I may give you a quick little quiz just to see if you watch the video. So very easy questions. And I will see you in class. Take care.